Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good. I'm great. My name is Mark
My name is Menderes.
Menderes. Where are
Yes,
you from, Menderes?
Turkey.
You're from Turkey? Is
Yes.
this a Menderes? Is this a classic Turkish name?
Latin, Greek, coming from Greek
Yeah.
territories.
So your family is Greek? Your family ancestry?
No, he's from my father's side is from Aegean side,
Mm-hmm.
and they are coming from maybe 100 years ago from the Greek islands.
From the Greek islands.
My
Okay.
my grandfather, yes, we have an origin of Greek side, and my mother's side is from Caucasian sides, from
Okay.
north.
Oh, interesting. So tell me something about yourself.
I'm translator,
Mm.
and yes, in English and French, and I have my own translation office in Istanbul.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I have application for
Sorry,
coming
Menderes,
from
one
my
second.
skills and
Menderes, one
abilities.
second. Sorry, your connection stopped. Sorry, please, can you say it again? Your connection just stopped.
Uh, I have downloaded this application for
Mm-hmm.
my career development.
Oh,
For
okay, great.
this reason, I selected.
Oh, okay. So do you mean you want to move your career into another area or just become better at where you are now?
And become better.
So what kind of customers do you normally see in your business?
I'm a certified
Mm-hmm.
translator. We call that sworn
Mm-hmm.
translator. In Turkey, we are connected to
Yep.
notary, and the documents that I'm translating generally is a legal documents like power of attorney, letter of consent, contracts, passport, ID, certificate of graduations. These types of documents I am translating. I always translating,
Yep.
but I don't say I'm a very good translator. I have also some documents that I can't translate. But my title is like that.
Okay, my title.
Sorry,
So
title.
do you enjoy your job?
Yes, I enjoy. When I have opened my own office, I am a employee within another translation office. Then I have started to open this office. I have started to take enjoy from this profession.
So you prefer working from home?
No, I have my own office now. I'm in the office now.
Ah, okay, I see you. Okay, I
And
misunderstood.
I have also employee. I have my secretary and assistant also. We are two persons. I translate the
Okay.
documents, and she issue the documents for notary certification.
So if people want to use your services, how can they find you?
From internet, from notary, I have a website.
But I think there are many people doing translations in Istanbul. I think the competition must be very hard, maybe.
Whereas in some territories it's like that. I have also a competition company in my next building.
So it's tough to find customers, even though you have such a big population.
You have a familiar person who works in the notary officers. If you are familiar with the officer, he or she sends the documents for translation.
Yeah, you can use the word refer. We have a referral. Refers people to
Yes.
you. A referral. Yeah.
It refers from the advertisements in digital area.
But a referral is something that happens from one person to another person. It's not through advertisements. So the notary is referring his customers to you.
Yes. is a one way. Also, second way from the digital areas, advertisement, these types of skills. People
So
learn me.
I don't know so much about the digital side. Are you just making a website, or are you actually placing advertisements somewhere? Like, are you paying money to Google or something like this?
I have a SEO manager
Mm-hmm.
who created my website and other things.
Yeah, cool.
He is conducting and running on behalf of me.
Okay, and is it a good source of customers for you?
Yes, we can say like that.
And so, what else can you tell me about yourself outside of the work life, maybe?
3 months ago, before the pandemic epics, I go to sport gym.
Okay, so you can say I used to go to the
Yes, I used to go to gym clubs.
So you enjoy working out?
Yes. From the university, when I was a university student, I have started to go gym clubs, and then it goes like that, and it's an habitation for me. But I couldn't go 3 months because from the epidemic.
Yeah, from the pandemic. Yeah.
Today this was started, but I'm afraid to go again because I don't trust the people yet.
Yeah,
we have turned to normal life, but I don't trust. I'm taking my prevention.
Yeah, I'm taking precaution.
Yes, precaution. Sorry.
Yeah, precaution. Yeah, I was just talking to my friend today who he used to be swimming every week, and his motivation is not good now, and he says maybe he's gained 10 kilos from sitting at home doing no exercise.
They say that bring your towel yourself and another things, but it's not so hygienic. I don't trust. I will be wait for 3 weeks. What's gonna be next? I don't know.
Yeah, I can understand you.
I'm waiting now.
Well, so it's summertime now. Are you and your family thinking about summer holidays, or is this also impossible?
Normally, I like to go Greece with my car because it's very close to Istanbul. I can go with my car, but the Greek government has been not permission until 1 July. The Turkish citizens.
So you can speak
vacation.
You can speak Greek as well?
No.
I thought maybe with.
But I can. But I can speak French because I have graduated from a French school in Istanbul, French high school.
Maybe Saint Benoit or something like this.
Sorry?
Saint Benoit or one of these schools.
Saint Benoit. Yes,
Saint Benoit. Yeah.
Where did you heard before? You heard before this name.
I worked with some students from Saint Benoit. I also live in Istanbul.
You live also in Istanbul, yes.
Yeah.
8 years I have education in French school in Saint Benoit when I was 11 years old, when I was entered the school, and I was graduated 19 years old. Then I for university I have went to Istanbul Bilgi University. 1 year prep class and 4 year faculty.
Do you think your ability in French has helped your English ability? Because most people in Istanbul, they struggle with English, but your English is quite good.
Both. We can call both positive or negative. After learning French, to learn English is easy. But when you are practicing speaking face to face, you are mixing the words in French.
Yeah.
Maybe you can use the French words and the English words.
Yeah.
It's my complaint about that.
Yeah, I understand that experience. My second language was Swedish, and then I'm learning Turkish, and my brain is getting confused between the two languages. So I understand what you're saying. Although there's an advantage that Turkish is so different that it's easier to change paths. Yeah.
Normally, I'm translation, but I don't translate face to face. Or there are two types of translations: oral and written.
Yep.
But I'm always translating written documents, and I'm not social with face to face. Sometimes the foreign citizens came to notary for official processes. When some foreign citizen who doesn't speak Turkish can be realize his process via translator, it's face to face, but not too much always because I don't have a time always to practice. And maybe this application helps me for practicing next way. And for also 3 months during this process, the level has been decreased. That's why for now.
Sorry, the level of what? What level has decreased?
Jobs.
Okay, the level of people working. Okay, the economy has slowed down.
Yes, slowed down.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe one day I am sitting on my office until 6 o'clock without do anything. Some days it's passing like that.
Yeah. My wife works in a company in Zeytinburnu Demirciler sitesinde, and she has the same experience. Some days it's really busy, and some days absolutely nothing happens.
My best friend's working place is Demirciler sitesinde.
Interesting.
He's exporting and importing stainless steel.
Yes, it's the my wife does the same thing. It's this area. Everyone in this area is working in Paslanmaz Çelik.
But it's not a good place. I don't like the place.
It's a very...
Sometimes I went...
sorry, yep.
Sometimes I went to my friends for visiting, but it's not a good place. I didn't like it.
It's a very old area.
Old area, and there are too many immigrated places.
Immigrants, I understand you. Immigrants, yeah.
Too much immigrants.
Yeah. Actually, we just moved our house on the weekend, and we moved from Zeytinburnu to Bakırköy. And there was we had a lot of problems with people from other countries in our old house. A lot of, when you start to mix the cultures, everybody has like a different way to communicate with people, a different cultural way of speaking and talking and acting. And it can be very difficult when you're mixing in one place.
Yes, we call that cosmopolitan place, but it's getting out from cosmopolitan. It's getting out illegal. Yeah. How do you call it? Sorry. Can I use dictionary?
Of course, please. Of course. Because it helps you, actually. It helps you to use the dictionary and learn words and improve your vocabulary. It's very important.
Istanbul is a cosmopolitan place, but it comes to a temporary refugee center.
Yes.
After the internal war in Syria.
Yeah. So you opened your doors very wide.
I didn't open.
Yeah. The beloved leader opened the doors very wide.
Yes.
That famous guy. Oh, okay, but it's a very nice thing, but it creates a bit of an issue. It's one of those things. On one side, it's a nice human reaction, but there are practical problems at the same time.
Of course, economically, crime, and this types of...
And actually, I think just talking to young people these days, there's actually not so many jobs, even for Turkish people. Like they get master's degrees from universities, and they maybe don't have jobs.
Because they opened a lot of universities, and these universities are private universities, and they are connected to foundation universities. But they opened, it's a good thing to open university, but they didn't create a working and profession areas. After the students' graduation, they can't find a job because there are not so much capacity.
Sure. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
why they couldn't find a job. I am also graduated from university. I have taken the education of management of performing arts.
Oh, interesting.
My department is management.
Wow, so different from your career, my friend. Oh my God.
Yes, it's up to the it's subject to the communication faculty
Yeah.
also. When I was graduated from this department, you can find a job in culture and art sector.
Yep.
But leave the improvement of the culture in Turkey, the government also has been forbidden.
It's a difficult word. The government made it impossible. Yeah, huh?
The government doesn't improve the culture and art.
Okay.
In 10 years and 15 years ago, there are a lot of.
There were
events.
a lot of.
Yes, there were a lot of events in Istanbul, but the government and the organization companies has been financing these events from the alcohol companies.
Okay.
The alcohol companies give a sponsorship to these events companies, and even companies can call the artists in Istanbul and can pay their concert fees. But when the government put this law, it's forbidden to give a sponsorship from the alcohol companies to the organization.
So they died. Yeah.
And they died.
I'm originally from New Zealand, and if we have no money from government, it's almost impossible to have a performing arts sector. It's very, very difficult.
Impossible.
Yeah.
Impossible, and the government doesn't supply this. And I didn't lose a time for searching a job.
I didn't waste time.
I didn't waste the time for finding a new job, and I have decided to enter a university in second time. I have prepared it for the university exam for the second time.
Wow, was that a tough decision?
Yes, it was a tough decision. It was 8 years ago.
Because
then I have selected a few departments again, but then I changed my idea because it's a wasting of time also.
It was a waste.
And my mother called me, you have 2 languages from high school and from university. You can use these languages next to me because she's a notary clerk. She's a chief clerk of
That's
notary.
useful. Yeah.
Then I have started to work next to her in another translation office. 2 years or 3 years I have worked in another translation company, and then I have created my own translation office, and 6 years I am running this company from Istanbul.
Have been running this company for 6 years. Yeah, so my experience of Turkish people is that they are very brave and courageous about setting up new companies and looking at new opportunities to make money.
I don't call this a brave,
you think so?
It's ignorance. The Turkish people's brave is suffering from ignorance.
But they're not afraid to start something.
It's a disease.
Really?
It's a cultural disease in Turkey. Yes. Yes, you have decided a lot easily to open something, to marry. It's coming from not educated people.
Okay, I get
like
you.
That. When I start to take a decision before, I am thinking 100 times maybe. I am matching the.
So you think it's important to plan ahead and kind of see what the possibilities are? Be more realistic, maybe.
Yes. Analyze. I make my
Mhm.
analysis in my brain. Then I decide. But it's a good thing to decide to open this translation
Yep, that was a good
company. And the second is to marry.
Nice. So, do you have children?
No, I am married
I have been.
from
I
9
have been.
months.
I've been married for 9 months.
I
Oh,
have been married from
congratulations.
9
So,
months.
you're past the honeymoon period now. Is everything still fantastic? You know this phrase,
Yes.
the honeymoon period. Honeymoon. Do you
Yes,
understand what
honeymoon.
this means, though? In English, it means
Yeah.
that there is a time when everything is fantastic and your wife makes no mistakes and your husband makes no mistakes. But then after this period, the real marriage starts. Yeah,
The
yeah.
responsibility
And
starts.
you have to come back to real life and come back to working and living together. And yeah,
For now, everything is good, but I don't know
sure,
what's gonna be next
sure.
in
Are
the
you, are
future.
you are you interested in having a
No
family?
one.
Is your mother beating you on the head every day and saying, "Heidi, son, let's have some grand"?
No. It's my free will. It has been my free will to marry.
Uh-huh. I know. It's just that I know that some grandparents or some parents are they always talking to their daughters. Where will you have a child? When will you have a child? Yeah, social pressure. Yeah, social pressure.
Social pressure.
But we don't have children at the moment, and we're not planning to have children either. But it's a difficult question sometimes at dinner conversations in Turkey. You're not having children? It's like, are you sick? What's wrong with you?
Yes. When you will marry, when you
It's
will do
like
a children,
Yeah,
when you will do the second children.
it's a
It
formula.
never
It's a
finishes.
formula.
It always.
You become a citizen, you get born, and you get married, you have children, you become a grandparent. Yeah, it's tough. So what do you do to relax and enjoy yourself? What do you do in your free time?
In my free time, I read books. I have a lot of books. I have mine. I can show you like that if I turn the camera. But
Do you know that
I can't
makes you
turn the
quite
camera.
unique, Menderes? I met this woman who was an author many years ago in Turkey, and she said that only 4% of Turkish people read for pleasure. Right?
I didn't get it.
This
Sorry.
woman I met, she was an author, and she told me that only 4% of Turkish people read for pleasure. Do you think this statistic is correct?
There's a problem of connection. I can take your voice.
I can hear.
Connect.
Okay.
Can you repeat?
Yeah. I met a Turkish woman who was an author, and she told me that 4% of Turkish people read for fun. Only 4%. Is it possible? Do you think it's true?
There's a one thing for military service.
Mhm.
When you are 20 years old, the military calls you.
Yep.
But if you don't give your service in a long period, you have to graduate from university.
Mm-hmm.
For this reason, a lot of people going to university for doing the military service in a short period.
Okay. Yep.
For the men, it's like that. For the women, I couldn't say some idea about that.
Mm-hmm. Do you think military service is a good thing?
Waste of time.
Waste of time. So, yeah, because I heard that Sweden, for example, they had military.
It didn't help me.
It didn't help you. Sure. Okay. So interesting. Do you think there is a chance that Turkey will really have a big war and requires lots and lots of soldiers? Is there a chance for this, or it's a very peaceful country?
Always there's this possibility is always valid.
So you think that the government should cancel this idea with military service?
They are returning now these types of in-live system. Now it's in 10 years ago there was a long term and short term. Now it's standard 6 months. They was limited in 6 months, but in future they will like in a salary. It will be a new job for money, like United States. In United States.
Oh, that's interesting.
It will be like that, I guess.
One thing I can't get used to about living here is that the rules seem to be changing every year.
After the 15 July 2016, the civil authority came more powerful from the military authority. Some people call it a democracy, but I didn't think like that. It comes one man's authority.
Yeah.
But now it's a new model all around the world. The new systems is subject to one man.
You know that
in the United States, in Russia, in Turkey.
Yeah, it's true. I have a New Zealand friend who has been living in Istanbul much longer than me, and we argue all the time. I agree with you, but he feels like it is like a perfect democracy. But I can't agree with him.
After 4 years ago, after the military coup, a lot of things has been.
When you say this word, my friend, say the same in French. You're a French man. Say it in French. We say coup. In English we say coup. Military coup. This is English. Yeah.
Coup, militaire.
Yeah, but we use the French word and we say it in the French way. So there's no P. There's no P.
Way.
So if you're speaking English, you say military coup.
Military coup.
No P. No P.
Military coup. Yes, the last word.
The last letter.
Don't say.
Yes, but in English we've stolen many things from the French, and we try to say it in the same way. For example, genre, a film genre.
Paris.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
exactly. Okay, sorry. Yes, you were saying.
Like. I forgot.
You were talking about the military coup, 15 Temmuz.
Yes, a lot of freedom things has been forbidden from government. There is no too much liberty in places.
There's not so much liberty. So are you thinking, is it making you think that you want to live in somewhere else? Maybe you could move to Greece, or are you happy to stay in Turkey?
I'm hopeless about changing this government in the next elections. So I am waiting for 2 or 3 years. I don't believe that it will goes like that until the end of the.
Do you think the Istanbul elections was a surprise to see things change in Istanbul?
No. It wasn't a surprise. It was the first step of the changings. The second step will be like 2015's elections.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. Mashallah.
I hear this word a lot in Turkey.
Can I
yes,
ask
of
you
course,
something?
Please.
For example, I am connecting from Turkey. The teachers is appointing from the system from somewhere, or it's
no, it's I don't exactly know, but I'm guessing it's just from anywhere. You can connect with anyone from anywhere. It depends on what teachers are waiting to talk to someone.
I
live in Turkey, but I sit here and I wait, and I get students from all over the world who call. Japan.
How can you be a teacher in this Cambly?
How can you be a teacher? You just sign up on the website. There is a sign up page. You say, I want to be a tutor, and then you sign up.
They want a CV?
I signed up to a few places. Yes, they want a CV, but I think the most important thing is the introduction video. You need to prepare an introduction video. But you could also teach on here if you want to. So you could teach
Okay.
French. Your English is good. You could teach English too. So, you know, it's the problem is for a teacher,